everybody, Liz here and welcome to my channel. So today I am doing my huge London book haul. So I was in London, I've said this 1,000,003 times, and while I was there, if you guys didn't know, London has so many bookstores, so many places to buy books, and I just could not help but buy a few to say the least. I bought, I think it's like 14 books during the 3-month period that I was there, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I had to pay overweight because my books weighed so much. So yeah, let me just get started on the books that I bought. So the first book that I purchased is called The Mystery and Lore of Monsters by C.J.S. Thompson. So this book, I actually picked it up at a thrift store or a secondhand store. It was like £1 or something like that, so it's like $1. And the reason I picked it up is because A, monsters, lore, all that stuff. And because, you know, as I'm writing a book that includes monsters, I felt like it was a cool way to kind of, you know, learn more about monsters. So this is just basically like a retelling of monsters and where they came from and all that stuff. So the next book I'm going to show you guys I bought at Waterstones, and that is Fangirl by Miss Rainbow Rowell. And I have been hearing a lot about this book for a really long time, and I decided, what the hell, it was half off, I might as well pick it up. And I picked this up at Waterstones, and I'm excited to read this. I don't know too much about it, I just know it is literally about someone that's like me that enjoys reading books, and it's Fangirl. So, ooh. The next book I'm going to show you guys is the entire poem collection of Charles Bukowski, so The Pleasures of the Damned, and these are his poems from 1951 to 1993, so this is a big one. It got messed up a little bit, but if you don't know, Charles Bukowski is probably my favorite poet. If you don't know who he is, I highly recommend checking him out. He is definitely one of those people you love or you hate. There's very, very rarely an in-between when it comes to his work. The next book is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I'm horrible with names, I'm sorry if I butchered that. And I have been wanting to pick this book up for a while. I kept seeing the movie cover and I don't like those. I will refuse to buy a book that has a movie cover. So I found this UK version that I absolutely love. I have not read it yet. I am scared to. I know that it's sad and I'm not emotionally ready to cry. So it's on my TBR for next year, so I'm not gonna get to it this year. The next book that I picked up, I should say, is Gemini Signs, and this is by Stephanie Salter. So this is actually, I've never heard of this book before I picked it up. I got it signed by the author. It was during a Waterstones event that my friend Gotti took me to, and I was there and the author read a short excerpt from the book, and she decided that, well, not she decided, but she decided she wanted to write because she was looking for a story that she couldn't find, so she finally decided to write it. This is the first installment in a 3-part trilogy. It is about the future and in London. I'm not 200% sure what it's about, but it sounds really cool from what I read, from what she read to us, and it's signed and it's so cool. These other books, I have bought them at Waterstones too. I mean, there's Waterstones literally everywhere, and it is amazing. So this one, signed, super cool. I'm excited to read this. Again, this is probably on my TBR for next year just because we have like 2 weeks left of the year, you know? The next book is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. So I actually picked this up at Foyles, and Foyles is kind of just like a bigger bookstore in London. I'm not 100% sure what else. I just know that Gotti took me to this. So this one, I actually picked it up because of a recommendation from my friend Kaylin. She just absolutely fell in love with this. I am actually pretty far. I mean, I only have this much left, but super good. I will be doing a review on it later, but anyways, I picked this up, Foyles in London. So the next one I picked up is Six of Crows by Miss Leigh Bardugo. I finally figured out how to say her name correctly. She's amazing. I've been exchanging information, that sounds weird. We're having a conversation with her on Twitter about diversity and books and just how much I love her books. And yeah, I actually already have a book talk slash review on this one, so I'll link that down below if you guys want to check out my rambling. So I picked this up at Planet something. Oh, I forgot the name of it. I also picked this up with Kari, and yeah, I'm so glad I picked this up. They're a lot cheaper than I thought it was gonna be. But anyways, so I picked this one up, and I also picked up Crooked Kingdom by Miss Leigh Bardugo as well. I finished reading it recently, but I picked it up in London. It was amazing. The book was with Fangirl. I bought it with Fangirl, and so this one was full price and the Fangirl was half off. So either way, super bargain steal. So I picked this one up. I finished reading it. I still have a book review slash discussion on this one that is due, that I'm going to be posting soon, so keep an eye out for that one if you care. So yes, I picked this one up at Waterstones too. This is my favorite Waterstones. It is the one that's on Tottenham Court Road if you guys are from London, so I picked this one up there. The cover is pretty full. So the last book I picked up, not the last book I picked up, but in this pile, because I have 3 different piles, is The Passenger by, wow, Alexandra Bracken. And I actually picked this up again as a kind of recommendation from BookTube. I know that people were kind of comparing this to Outlander. I love Outlander, so a YA version sounded like a good idea. I also picked this up at a Waterstones, but this is the Waterstones that was literally right in front of my school or my uni. Come on guys, how could I not buy books if I had one literally right next door? So I picked this one up. This one was also half off with another book that I'll be showing you guys in a second. I'm really excited to read this one, by the way. The next book I'm going to show you guys that I picked up is Throne of Glass, the UK edition, and I bought this one at Foyles as well. I found it. It is also, lucky me, signed copy. So there was a bunch of these that were signed. There was like all of them that were signed, but they're each like £8 each, and at this point I was already like feeling a little broke. So I only picked up Throne of Glass at Foyles from there. Of course, I've already read them. I already read this one. I have it on my Kindle, but I love having it on my shelf, so I bought it. And the UK cover is pretty cool. It's white. Actually, I like it. I don't know if I like it more than the US version, but I like it. The next 3 I picked up together, and I picked them up when I was at Comic-Con, so MCM, London Comic-Con. Bloomsbury had a sale where you would buy each of them for £5, which is already on like cheaper than when you originally buy them, and if you bought 2 you would get the 3rd one for free. So I got all 3 of them for £10, and that is the 3 Throne of Glass series books. So we have Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, and Queen of Shadows. So this is literally like the biggest bargain of my life. Not of my life, but it was really cheap, especially because they're the UK covers, and I literally saved like £25. It was amazing. Picked these up at London Comic-Con. That was pretty amazing. Thank you for having a little stand and having a book sale, Bloomsbury. You guys are the best. So the last book I picked up, technically it was one of the first books I picked up during my entirety, but it was the last book in my little pile thingy that I had, and that is Empire of Storms, again by Miss Sarah J Maas. And this is the first edition, I believe, but it's signed. So this is the first one. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I was super excited that I found this. Literally the bookstore, right, the Waterstones right in front of my school, and I went, I was like, I need to pick up Empire of Storms, and I found it, and it was a signed copy, and it was half off, and I was like, yes, the gods were like, yes. So I was really excited. I picked this one up with Passenger. So I mean, obviously I already read this one. I still haven't done my review on it because I still, just so many emotions, so watch out for that one as well whenever I get done. I will have, so that is all the books I picked up from my excursion in London. Let me see if I can pick all of them up.
Jesus. This is gonna be interesting. What was it? So here they are. Let me try again and see if I can pick all of them up. This is why I have them in 3 separate piles, so I'm just gonna start piling them on. Oh my god, I still have like 4 of them. 5. Here we go. Here we go. Do you see all of this? Yeah. Yep. Every single one. Here we go. All of them. This is all of them I picked up. Oh, I got lipstick stain on one of them. I don't want that, but do you see that? Do you see that? All of this because I want to pick them all up.
Nice. No, they're gonna fall over. So yes, that was my London book haul. All of the books that I picked up in London. Again, 90% of these books were picked up at Waterstones. Waterstones is amazing. I wish we had them here. I wish we had bookstores where we have them in London. Like, I have to drive 30 minutes to get to either Barnes & Noble here, and that makes me really sad. And over there, walk one street, find a Waterstone, walk on another street, find a Waterstones, and if I don't find a Waterstones, I would find a Foyles or another bookstore, and it just emotions. So you can see this stack of books. So yes, those were all of my books. Most of them I read, but because, you know, I want to have all of them, I am going to have all of them. If you have any book recommendations for me or books you think I need to pick up, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'm always looking for new books and, you know, strong books, amazing books. I just got, like I told you guys, some recommendations from Leah Bardugo, who is amazing. If you haven't read Six of Crows, go do that right now. It's absolutely amazing. Yes. So that is all from me for this book haul. I will have a few more videos, both bookish, travel vlogs, and a few other fandom videos that I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. And yeah, that is all for me. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night whenever you happen to be watching this. Happy readings. Adios.